Now, many of us have just experienced one of the 3 warmest Julys on record. That is according to the UN World Meteorological Organization, or WMO. According to the WMO, temperatures were close to 0.4 degrees Celsius above the 1991 to 2020 average across much of Europe, with southwestern and western Europe being the most above average regions because of an intense heat wave around mid-July. Let's listen in.
The world just had one of the 3 warmest Julys on record. And obviously, as we all know, there was a very prolonged, very intense heat wave affecting parts of Europe. And this is despite the fact that we have a weak La Nina event. In theory, La Nina events are meant to have a cooling influence, which we did see in parts of the world, but not. Antarctic sea ice in July was the lowest July level on record. Antarctic sea ice in June was the lowest June level on record. Arctic sea ice was the 12th lowest on record, according to the Copernicus figures. And as we are seeing in Switzerland, as we're seeing in France, many parts of Germany, northern Italy, southern parts of the United Kingdom, it's dry. July is very, very dry. August is continuing that, the start of August is continuing that trend. Large parts of North America, large regions of South America, also very, very dry in July. And as I said, this pattern is continuing as we sit here, as we can feel. There's a strong high pressure system sitting very close to the United Kingdom at the moment. So this effectively is blocking sort of cooler, moister air coming in from the Atlantic. Temperatures in France this week well above average. In Switzerland, many parts of Switzerland well above average. And as I said, continuing the trend that we saw in July. Spain saw its hottest ever month in July. So not just the hottest July, it was the hottest ever month on record. And so the average temperature for the contiguous US was the 3rd warmest on record. Quite big differences within the US. Texas had its warmest July on record, had its warmest May to July on record, and indeed its warmest April to July on record. And as the WMO Secretary General Petri Tallis told you, sitting in this room a few weeks ago, this kind of heat wave is the new normal.